Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa, and in this video we're going to talk through how I've completed this adorable little watercolor bunny. This is a full real-time tutorial on my Patreon, so you can sign up there to complete this one all by yourself. I also have a couple of other pieces that I'll be working on with watercolors, and a whole heap of other tutorials for you to check out with color pencils. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's get started drawing the bunny. So the eyes on the bunny are where people are going to be focusing on most, so that's where I'm going to start. I start out with a black pencil, just mapping out where you can see all of the darker sections and putting them in really lightly. We can then go in and start to build up the colours you can see. There are a lot of yellow, orange, green tones and also blue, making sure to go in with really light layers so that you can build them up really gradually and get darker where you need to. And then we can go and blend down with the water using a really small brush, making sure to take your time to keep all of the lines really crisp and making sure that you're not blending the black tones into the coloured sections. Then once that's dry, we can go over with more of the colours to saturate them to make them a lot brighter, and then start to add in all of those little details we can see in the highlights, getting all the sections darker that we need to, ensuring that you pay attention to your reference photo. Then it's time to work on the next eye, rinse and repeat, and completing the same thing. One good thing about the watercolor is that once you complete one section, you can wet it down with all the water and then go through and do the base layer on another section. So you always sort of have something else to work on. Even though you're waiting for something to dry, doesn't mean you can't go on with something else. So this is when we work on one of the hardest sections, which is the fur. Regardless of what medium you're working with, fur on animals is very tricky and it does take quite a lot of layers. So the first thing we need to do is put down a base layer. So this is the lightest colour you can see in the fur, also making sure that you're putting down quite a few layers. This is because once you activate the watercolour pencil with the water, it does wash out the colour a little bit, so you need to make sure you have quite a few layers down to ensure that you're getting a very vibrant colour. And then once that's dry, you can go over with a harder pressure to add in all of the fur lines. So for this piece, you need to make sure that you're going in the direction of the fur and you're doing very purposeful strokes in the direction that the fur is going, and making sure to mimic the length of the fur as well. So paying really close attention to your reference photo and putting in some long strokes where you can see the fur on the head, and really spacing these out so you can see the light base layer underneath. When it comes to the whiskers on the bunny, I used an embossing tool. If you're not sure what an embossing tool is, it's just a hard metal object that you use to indent the page. Then once you go over with your colour pencils, it leaves a white line that you have put down. And then when you go in with your colour pencils, you just go lightly holding your pencil on the side so that it doesn't go into the white line. Gradually build up the colours, and when you're blending it down with the water, you just make sure not to go into these lines with your brush. And then we're just completing the same thing on the other side while that dries. It may seem really tricky, but that's a great thing about the real-time tutorial. You get given the reference photo, line art, material list, full step-by-step videos for you to be able to complete this piece all by yourself. This tutorial is available for individual sale. Otherwise, you can purchase a monthly membership and cancel anytime. We also just want to make sure that we're having fun with it. Art is meant to be creative and fun, and using the mediums such as watercolor pencils allows you to get in some really small details, but also use a brush and practice your painting skills at the same time, getting a little bit more creative. I'm always open for more suggestions of what animals you would like to see in the future. I really hope that you like this one, guys. Remember to let me know in the comments what you think of this one. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.